Again, we want to thank all the candidates. It takes a lot of guts to stand up here and answer some of these questions. And Barry, thank you. Let's give Barry a round of applause. He did a tremendous job. Next on the program, we're going to ask the Chief Magistrate Judge candidates to come forward. And for this section, for the Superior Court and the Magistrate Judge and the Sheriff's race, Coffee County Farm Bureau Derek Pridgeon will be asking those questions. Not answering, but asking. Let's welcome Derek.
As before, going to give y'all a 30-second introduction. We're going to go by alphabetical order, and then we'll just go down the line with the questions. That way each one of y'all will get a first act. So.
Thank y'all for having us here tonight. My name is Anne Marie Fussell. I'm currently the Chief Magistrate Judge here in Coffee County. The end of this year will be 20 years. I served under the previous Chief Magistrate for 8 years. I have been the elected Chief Magistrate now for 11 and a half years. I feel that I'm qualified to do this job because I've got 20 years of education and 20 years of experience in doing this job. It takes a long time to get 20 years experience. I hope that you remember this week and next week, and as we headed to the finish line on May the 24th, and vote for experience and education. Please vote for me, Anne Marie Fussell. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Julie Phillips, and I'm seeking the position for Chief Magistrate Judge. I've worked for the past 23 years with the Coffee County Sheriff's Office. I've been married to my husband, Bill, for 26 years. Together we own a small business, Phillips Tire. We attend St. Ella Baptist Church, where I teach a children's class and sing in the choir. Children are my passion. We have 2 children and 2 grandchildren, and I'm on the board of directors for the Boys and Girls Club of Coffee County. I also mentor a child with the REACH program through the Coffee County school system. I would like to ask you for your support. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Tamara Mobley. I am seeking the position of Chief Magistrate Judge of Coffee County. I've been living in Coffee County for 47 years. I just ask you all to, when you go out, to vote for me and give me the opportunity to serve you here as your Chief Magistrate Judge.
Okay, Julie. What do you see to be the biggest challenge facing our country, and what would you plan to do to meet that challenge? Our county, excuse me.
County.
County.
I believe drugs and related crimes are a big problem in our county. Being in law enforcement all the years, I've seen it firsthand. If I get elected as Chief Magistrate Judge, I will deny bond for those who demonstrate a pattern of continual criminal behavior after being released from jail on bond. For an example, if you're out on bond, after being caught selling drugs, and you're caught again selling drugs, your bond will be denied. In some cases where there seems to be hope in saving someone who has fallen to drug addiction, I will work closely with the family, law enforcement, and the courts to develop a plan of intervention where stipulations may be used as an incentive to get these people into treatment programs. In the event the person fails to complete the program successfully, the bond can be revoked and the person can be returned to jail.
The biggest challenge that I see is affecting our county will be recovering the loss of revenues for business concerning check fraud. Individuals write bad checks which actually stealing from the business. Some are, excuse me, some are returned and some are not, but the businesses are losing money. As Chief Magistrate Judge, I feel like the biggest challenge it will be our biggest challenge. But in working with the probation officers and agencies, I will make sure that the cases is monitored closely and action taken in a proper manner and timely.
I agree with Julie. The biggest problem that our city, our county, our state, our country faces right now is the drug problem. It affects us in every way, economically, socially, educationally. Currently, when someone is arrested on charges, we look at their criminal history. We evaluate their criminal history. If they're already out on bond or parole or probation for any crime, we deny their bond. If they seem to be a user instead of a seller, we generally put conditions on their bonds that requires them to receive inpatient drug treatment in a program that's no less than 15 seconds long, I guess, 12 months long. And we also go a step further with those who are accused of committing crimes of selling drugs, and that is we put a Fourth Amendment waiver on their bond, which means that they do not have the right to, under search and seizures, to require a search warrant. So we will continue these practices, and we will look into different avenues to improve it. Thank you.
As magistrate judge, what will be the measuring stick of success that you will use to justify your record in office?
As Chief Magistrate Judge, I feel the measuring stick for success is to justify records in our office will be to see and to reduce minor offenders committing here in our county. To see less repeating offenders for misdemeanors and last to see local business compensated for their loss concerning deposit fraud. When it comes to making a decision, I will make sure, and I promise, to see that the compensation will be closed out, but I will not let it cloud my judgment to make a decision for the community.
Being the chief magistrate, not only are you a judge, but you're also an administrator. You're over those in your office. You're the chief judge. You have 2 judges that work under you, and then you have the clerical staff. So not only does my job entail that I sit on the bench and make decisions, but I also am responsible for completing a budget and making sure that we stay within the guidelines of that budget. And I also had to supervise all of the people that work for me in that office. That being said, there's 2 sticks that I use to measure. One of them is the yearly audit that the county does with each office. I have passed every yearly audit. I've never had any inconsistency in almost 20 years in any of my yearly audit. The other way that I measure the performance of my office is there has never been a JQC, which is a judicial council, it's a council of judges, complaint filed against me or anyone in my office. So I take that as meaning that we show integrity and we do our job the way it's supposed to be done in a fair and impartial manner. Thank you.
To measure my success should be measured by customer satisfaction. The levels of efficiency, customer service, fairness, and competence displayed. I know from being a small business owner, if you want to stay in business, you must treat your customers in a courteous and helpful manner, the way you yourself want to be treated. And I too, over the 23 years working at the sheriff's office, was responsible for the multi-million-dollar budget, and I pride myself on being under the budget every year and even returned money to the county as revenue under the 6 sheriffs that I worked for. So that would be my measure of success. Thank you.
The third and final question. What do you feel is most important? Following the desires of your constituents or making decisions based on your moral compass?
C, none of the above. I feel that if I were a lawmaker, then I would take into the consideration of my constituents and my morals and beliefs. But I'm not a lawmaker. I'm a judge. The laws are already written. It is my job to make sure that everyone follows the letter of the law. So, like I said, C is my answer, none of the above. The law will guide me in all of the decisions that I make.
Where I feel listening to and communicating with constituents is very important. I also feel others' desires should never override your own morals and beliefs, your Christian raising, and your striving to do what's right by the law and go by the laws. Thank you.
I feel when it comes to the important decisions of making decisions based on morals and compass, it will pay. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. I feel when it comes to important decision making based on morals and compass will play a part, but at the same time, it will not cloud my judgment on making a fair sentence concerning rights in individuals.
Go ahead and do your closing remarks.
Okay. Once again, my name is Tamma Moblin. I'm running for Chief Magistrate Judge, and I would like for you to go out and vote for me throughout this week and on May 24th. I truly believe that change has come to Coffee County and everyone count. Just because you make a bad decision does not make you a bad person. So when you think about that, just know that sometimes people make bad decisions, but they are human. Thank you.
In closing, I want to serve you, the people, as your next Chief Magistrate Judge. I will bring to this office my years of experience in criminal and civil laws and my training in management and supervision I gained while working with the Coffee County Sheriff's Office as a certified peace officer. My years of experience in being a business owner. Thank you for coming out tonight, Farm Bureau and the Chamber, for putting this forum together. I humbly ask for your support and vote on May 24th for me to serve as your Chief Magistrate Judge. Thank you.
In closing, I'd like to say thank you for allowing me to spend the last 19 and a half years in that office. I humbly ask for your vote, and I can assure you that with your vote on January the 1st, the same experienced, educated judge will sit behind that bench as what left it on December the 31st. Let my years of experience and education work for you. That I feel I'm like the most qualified. Thank you.